Hi, Ben here from Visual Dev FM. Want to show you how you can add share buttons, social share buttons to your Webflow blog. So, what we're going to do is once you go to addthis.com and you sign up for an account, it's going to push you here. And so you can notice that there are a lot of different things that you can do: link promotion, website tip jar, list building. But we want to say select here and use the share buttons. So we're going to select that. And then you can see it kind of previews what this is going to look like. So you can choose floating, inline, expanding, which is from down here at the bottom, image sharing, which puts them on images. They can pop up, banner at the top, or a slider. I like to choose inline, and then once you choose that, you can hit continue. The reason I choose inline is if you choose floating, it puts them here on the side, which is really neat, but when it gets to mobile, it puts them on the bottom, and I find that sometimes it covers my content. I just don't like that. So I like to choose inline, and then you hit continue. And then you can choose the sharing services you want people to use. Like, if you have very specific social networks you're targeting, you can add those. But if you do smart, what it does is it looks at any cookies or any tracking that might be happening. So it looks and sees what social networks a user who visits your site might be using and presents them with those options that are most relevant to them. So really good to leave that here. And then you can go to the next tab, which is design. So by design, it's going to give you the default colors. You can customize this. So on our blog, it's kind of black. We like the square, but you could round the corners, if you wanted. Ours is square. You can choose the size. And so just so you know, if you go with fixed width, you can choose the size here. But if you go with the standard responsive, it's going to choose that size for you for the most part. But you can kind of customize these a little bit. I'm going to select this size here, and then icon color of white. That's fine. You can hide the network name, so it's just the logos. It's completely up to you, however you want to do it. And then the share count, so you can choose to show how many by each network or by total. Total's a good way to do it. And then you can say, I don't want to show how many times it's been shared unless it crosses this threshold. So let's say 50. And then you can come here to the position, and you can choose to hide it on devices if you want. And then you can also choose to hide it on home pages. So you can say, hide it on the home page or hide it on these pages. You can kind of choose where you want that to be. You can also choose a follow-up message if people do choose to share. So, and you can choose how many services are going to show up here. So once we're done, we're going to just select activate this tool. And then it gives us a couple of things here. So it's going to say, hey, here is some copy here. So we can just copy this. And this goes, here's your unique code snippet. Click this code to copy it right into your clipboard. Okay, and then you're going to paste it right before the closing body. So we're going to come in here into our Webflow blog, and we're going to go to our blog post template page, and we're going to go before the body, and we're just going to paste this in, and then save it. And then we get some other tools here. This is where inline comes in. We're going to copy this, and then we can put, wherever we might want this to show up. So, maybe here where my categories are, I'm just going to put an embed element, and I'll paste this in here. Give me some extra lines and stuff. I'm going to remove this just to kind of clean it up, and then save and close. And then if we save this and publish it, should be able to click here. And then now when we scroll down, you'll see these social share buttons here that pop up where people can choose what network they want to share these on. And so now you'll see it's kind of in a weird position, though. It's off to the left. So one thing that we can do is we can just say, put some tags around this and center it. And then publish this. And then when we refresh, it'll be centered here. So now we've got who it's posted by, the categories, and then a way for people to share this on social. And you can even put like a heading above this, share on social media. You can make a sticky div that stays here on the side so people see it the entire time, which I would highly recommend. It's also probably pretty smart if you don't do sticky to put like a place to share up top and a place to share at the bottom. But this is how you can add this to your site. And then once that's done, you can go to your site and it will actually show you how many times it's been shared, and kind of gives you how many visits. It gives you some information. You can see it hasn't been on the page long enough to give anything yet. This is a powerful tool that you can use with your Webflow blog. I hope this helps. If you have any other questions about this, feel free to hit us up at Visual Dev FM on social, or you can hit me up at Riley Richter, and I'd be happy to answer any questions you might have. Thanks.